In this episode, we head to Coffin Bay, where we enjoy a lunch at Oyster HQ, do a little bit of fishing, and a lot of relaxing over a whole week. We then go to Greenlee Beach and show you the campsites there, but unfortunately, we spring a leak. We also head to Gallipoli Beach, where we spend some time reflecting on our Anzacs. So if you don't know, the movie Gallipoli was actually filmed here on the Eyre Peninsula. It was, they found a cove which looked very similar to Gallipoli Cove and decided to do the filming. After that, this memorial was built as an Anzac memorial to the Anzacs lost. And it's a beautiful location. There's a lot of information here. What I like is there's even, as a nurse, one of the plaques is dedicated to the nurses that were involved with Anzac, and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders as well. We're entering the road to Gallipoli Beach, the site where the movie Gallipoli was filmed in 1981. The 100 years of Anzac was commemorated 25th of April 2015 to 2018. We just noticed that the steel statue here changes depending on which angle. So this side you've got the reflective soldier with his gun. Just behind those bushes, coming down on the walk to Gallipoli Cove. Such a beautiful day today. On we go. So if you don't want to walk down into the cove, you can just stand up here and have a look from the top. A little bit of a lookout. And this is the cove called Gallipoli Cove. We'll head down there in a minute. Peter's on the lookout for fish. See whether to go back for the rod or not. You can imagine if this is as steep as what it was in Gallipoli, they were sitting ducks.
so high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind. Flying, get on board.
So our caravan's just beyond that tree. And the restaurant's just on the other side of the road. That's a big hike to the restaurant. Yay! Thursday.
What are we doing?
We're going to Oysters HQ for lunch. Oyster HQ. We had dinner here a couple of years ago and it was absolutely divine. This time we're doing lunch because it's easier with Bon Bon and it's Mother's Day. Did the tour last time as well. Didn't feel the need this time, but looking forward to a delicious lunch. Good girl. Not a bad way to start Mother's Day. I'll start Mother's Day. I've already had a delicious breakfast. Continue Mother's Day. Guinness for Peter. And massive seafood feast on the way. Oh, yum. That got it moving. It's looking as if to say, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7 chicks and Dad. 2 over there, 2 over there, and 3 over there. Almost all grown up.
Almost.
You got something? A crab. What is it, a blue swimmer?
Oh, it's
a
sand crab, I think.
Yeah, sand crab.
Let's see how big he is.
Geez, he got tangled up.
He did. He's too small.
So we're going to have to untangle him.
That's the sand crab there. Just too small there.
One crab's not going to be much anyway. Better get him his leg.
Give me a leg.
Poor sand crab. He's not a happy crab.
No, he's not happy crab.
Bye-bye, sand crab. Came here the other day and got some sourdough after seeing a sign at the caravan park, and oh my god, how good is this bread? Big oven here.
No, no more country lives, I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. We'll get a sunflower and a date pecan and raisin. It is to die for.
Yeah, and another fruit one.
Sorry?
Another fruit one, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
They've been only open 2 days a week. Is that all year round?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Thursday and Saturday.
And I bet you sell out all the time too.
Alright, and that was on card.
Check out the big oven. It's all wood fired.
So you guys are just trying through? Yes. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice.
So if you're in Coffin Bay, check out Jarrah's sourdough. Thursdays and Saturdays. Thursday afternoon, Saturday morning. I forgot to bring the GoPros into the car, so I'm trying to do it on my GoPhone.
Yeah, they're on the bed.
Yeah. So anyway, we're heading out to Greenlee Beach. Peter wants to do some fishing off the beach there. And then we're going to, instead of going to a WA, too late in the season for us, and we just don't feel like it this year, we're going to head back towards Port Augusta initially. And then, who knows, probably up some way into outback New South Wales and outback Queensland. We're just also mindful of the floodwaters still heading down to Lake Eyre. So we're just trying to figure out, playing it by ear.
Yeah, just play by ear. Yep.
So signing off from Coffin Bay, we'll see you at Greenlee Beach. On Coles Road, heading out to Greenlee Beach. The road's really good condition. Today's view is brought to you by Greenlee Beach. Yeah. Bun. The plane! The plane! Where's the mountain? Over there! Over there! Where's the mountain? Over there!
Can you see the plane? Where's the plane? The plane's over there! Correct.
Trying to do a quick pack up so we can get back to Port Lincoln to get repairs to our 3-and-a-bit-year-old van. I must say I am a bit miffed. I hadn't expected to have to reese elastic around the 4-season hatch at 3.5 years old. Once we got back to Port Lincoln, Peter and Chris from Rowdy's Caravan Services got up onto the roof of the caravan and had a close look at the hatch. The hatch had actually split along one side, and that's where the water ingress was occurring. But the Celastic also had given up and hardened. So the only solution was either just Celastic over it and hope for the best, which we weren't too keen on, or to put a new hatch in. They didn't have any hatches available that were the same as ours. So I spoke to Sunland and they said, well, the hatch is out of warranty. It's only got a year warranty on it, which I was a bit disappointed in. So then I called up Kamek, who manufacture the hatches, and I spoke to a lady, Janine, there, and she asked me to send us asked us to send a few photos, which we did, and she was fantastic. I can't commend Kamek enough for their customer service in this circumstance. They saw that it had split, and they agreed that it shouldn't have split in such a short time, and they agreed to send out a new hatch. That was going to take about 5 days. So in the meantime, Chris from Rowdy's Caravan Services got up on the roof and he siliconed up the hole and allowed us to, after 24 hours, once the silicon had cured, we went out to Fishery Bay for a few days to whale watch and to do some fishing. After that period, the hatch arrived and we drove into John Martin's Caravan Repairs again, where Chris does subby work, and left the caravan with them for a few hours, and voila, we had a brand new hatch in the roof. Once again, I can't commend Kamek enough for their customer service in sending us out a new hatch. We had to cover the cost of installation, which we were fine. Chris from Rowdy's Caravan Repair for doing such a fantastic job. If you're ever on the Eyre Peninsula and you're looking for caravan repairs, he works either out of John Martin's or on the road. So he'll come to you for a moderate call out fee and do whatever repairs are needed. Thank you to both Kamek and Chris from Rowdy's Caravan Services. So we're at Fishery Bay Campground for a few nights while we're waiting for our new Kamek hutch to be delivered. We've just parked the van up, got it all secured. We're behind trees in the dunes, so it's nice and protected because it's a pretty average day. But we're heading down the beach.
Down, have a drive on the beach and see what's happening. There's a few cars already on there, I think.
There's whales being sighted, sporadic, very sporadic at the moment. It's early in the season, off in Sleaford Bay, and this is the next bay over. So we're going to see if we can see any whales. And last time we were here, we caught 4 salmon in 15 minutes.
Yeah. So hoping to catch some more salmon. Yeah, good fun.
Yep. But yeah, off to the beach we go. This is Fishery Bay. We're camped just behind where that roof is over there. That's a private residence and it's probably 50 metres from our campsite. You can see the roof. You can drive on this beach. Sand's quite soft. Beautiful when the sun's out. And we caught a few salmon off the other end of the beach. You do have to watch out for rips though. There's a beauty of a rip close to us. Another one a bit further along and another one down the other end of the beach. Lots of surfers over on the other side each day. Stunning spot. But it is a little chilly today. 2 weeks ago we were in t-shirts and shorts and swimming. But it's beautiful still. You know it's cold when your dog looks like an Oompa Loompa. Hey Bun Bun. She's got a knitted jumper on and her puffer jacket. Because it's cold. And her own wool. Peter's having another go at fishing at the end of Fishery Bay. Apparently the water temperature is warmer than the air temperature today. This is the western end of Fishery Bay Beach. Stunning morning at Fishery Bay. Unfortunately we can't get outside again tonight, so we have to go, but beautiful. All hooked up, ready to leave Fishery Bay. We just called John Martin Caravan Repairs and our replacement hatch has arrived that Kamek delivered from Victoria. And the subby who's going to install it is ready to do it today. So we're getting in there while the weather's still fine and the hatch can go in without problems of curing the silicate. Wish us luck. So we've got our brand new Kamek 4 Seasons hatch, replacing the old one. Got to say, Kamek's customer service was exceptional. We called them up last week and they sent us out a new hatch and we had it fitted with Rowdy's Caravan Services in Port Lincoln. He did it on site, which was great, and he's a real gentleman to deal with.
Look, you turn it a little bit that way. Look how wide they're open.
Just like a new one.
It's actually got click to click. Ours goes. Okay, that's it. The old one.
Just like a new one, honey.
They're all the same.
You know why?
Because they're new.
It is a new one. Oh, got a little bit of grot still on here. So what did you think of Port Lincoln overall, honey?
It's good. Very good experience there.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah. It's a good town, better than I expected it to be, which is just as well because we ended up spending nearly 2 weeks around Port Lincoln on and off. And we enjoyed spending time there. We had to get a repair done to the caravan hatch, which would have showed you by now. But we're back on the road at last, and we did consider going into WA, and then we thought we might leave it till next year after we come back from Tassie. And this year we're going to continue on. First up, we're going to go up through the centre of Eyre Peninsula, up to Woodner and Kimber. Might as well get to the halfway across Australia point.
Yep.
Then we're backtracking to Whyalla and Port Augusta, up through Quorn and up to the Flinders Ranges. And at this time of year, coming up into May, there's always a restoration group working at Farina, which is a town south of Oodnadatta track, south of Maree, that was abandoned in the 1960s. And a group of enthusiasts get together for, I think it's 6 weeks every year, to try and rebuild some of the historic limestone buildings and restore the place. And that is happening soon. So we're planning to be at Farina just after all that starts. There's a famous underground oven there that they fire up and start making stuff for the bakery in the underground oven. And a lovely little creek-based campground there we've stayed at before. So we're going to do that, and then from there we're not sure which direction we're going to go. We might go up into the Territory and via Oodnadatta track, or we might come back down and go back into outback New South Wales. We had planned to do either the Birdsville or the Strzelecki track, but unfortunately there's still floodwaters over them, or they're closed because of that. So watch this space. We'll fill you in on where we go and what we do as we make it up.
Yep.
Catch you later.
See you later. Coming. Now, wait for this car to go past. We're in a pretty busy campsite. Look at that. They're photobombing our video.
They are, aren't they?
All right, ready?
Actually, if you have a look at the background, it'll probably give you a clue. Well, it might look like Flinders Ranges, but it's not.
No, it's not. Very red out there.
It is very red. And
yeah,
the caravan
bigger.
is covered in dust. The other reason this one isn't dusty is because we've actually cleaned the windows. We're actually going to jump ahead in our series. We've been through Quorn and the Flinders Ranges.
Mm-hmm.
And we've also finished the Oodnadatta track. We spent 9 days on the Oodnadatta.
Yeah, it's a good run, wasn't it?
It was a good run. We won't tell you our favourites or where we went and what we did, but we're just letting you know that we will be jumping ahead and doing a series of videos, or 1 or 2 videos on the Oodnadatta track.
Yeah, what we did there and what we didn't do, I suppose.
Yep. Road conditions, because we know people always like to know road condition. Yep. And we'll bring that to you first, and then we'll go back and show you what we got up to in Quorn, Whyalla as well, where we saw giant cuttlefish. And yeah, so we did Whyalla, Quorn, Flinders Ranges, Oodnadatta track, and we're currently about 50k south of Alice.
Just about to head in there for some work on the car, because the car's due for service. So the Toyota dealer there is pretty good. We had it serviced them last time we were here, so yeah, we're quite happy with their service.
Yep, they did a great job, and they've got a good taxi style.
Yeah, a little courtesy taxi.
Courtesy bus thing that they drive you around in.
Yeah, takes you anywhere you want to go.
Yeah, last time we did the wildlife park. This time we're probably going to spend time cleaning the van.
Yeah.
Catching up with chores, being adults.
Yep.
So that's where we're at the moment, but we'll bring you the Oodnadatta track videos, and then we'll go back and cover Whyalla and Quorn and the Pitchy Ritchie Railway and Flinders Ranges. So keep watching. This new one will be out probably less than a week. I'll probably put a bit of effort into it while we're in Alice, and then we'll backtrack for you. At this stage, our plans are to
head north again through Tennant Creek. Maybe do some gold detecting in the Northern Territory around Tennant Creek.
Yep.
And then we'll go towards Camberwell and head down to visit some friends, catch up to them.
Yeah. We actually haven't been lucky enough to go to Lawn Hill, or I know that's still closed, but or Adele's Grove, because it's always been closed when we've been up this way. So we're going to catch it on that, and Gregory River. And we're meeting some friends around the Forsyth area to do some more gold detecting.
Yep. Oh, Georgetown area.
Yep. So that's our loose plans at the moment. That's as far ahead as we've thought, so that we can avoid the floodwaters. The floodwaters have now crossed Birdsville Track, so that's going to stay closed from the south for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cooper Creek crossed it recently.
Leave that for the next trip.
Yeah, we'll do that another time.
Yep.
So stay watching, stay tuned, like and subscribe, and if you could, drop us a comment. It takes a bit of effort to put these videos together, quite a bit of effort, and it's a bit disheartening when we don't get the views or don't get comments or subscriptions. So we really would appreciate your support to make it worth the effort of keep going with producing them.
Cool.
Kid right out there. Bonbon sensed another child out there.
Child out there.
Yeah, child. Okay, see ya.